For BlueShirtsUnited.com, I'm Jim Cerny, joined by the newest New York Ranger, Rick Nash. And Rick, first, welcome to New York.
Thank you. Very, very happy to be here.
So I know we were talking a little bit about it off camera. What's it like to slip this original 6 blue uniform, pull it over your head, take some pictures, and see 61 on the side and 61 on the back and Nash on the back? What does it feel like to slip that on?
It's pretty amazing. I mean, it's a legendary jersey, and to see my name on it with my number, it's pretty special, and find myself pretty lucky to be able to do it.
Now, you've accomplished a lot in your career. Was there ever a hope, a dream of maybe playing for an original 6 team, in particular the Rangers, but is it something that was kind of a goal or a dream maybe for you?
Yeah, I think growing up, you always want to play in a true hockey market, and in a original 6 city, and I can't think of a better one than New York, just being one of the biggest cities in the world, and it's just awesome to be able to be part of this.
Tell me what was going through your mind when you received the phone call or received the official word the other day.
Yeah, it was kind of a bit of everything. There was a little bit of shock. Columbus is the only thing I've known for the last 9 years, and it's became a good place to me. But I think the biggest feeling was excitement. I'm excited to be here. I'm excited to help an already top-notch team, one of the best teams in the league, and hopefully I can help them as much as I can.
Now, as you're flying into New York to come here today, skate with the kids, meet the media, do all that, as you're flying in, you see the city, what's going through your head at that point? Is now you realize, wow, I'm New York. I'm a part of New York now.
Yeah, it's pretty big. It can be overwhelming, but everyone around here has been so nice and so helpful, and I haven't really got that feeling yet. But it's like I said before, the biggest thing is excitement. It's a huge city. I'm looking forward to making it my home. Becoming part of the community with the fans and all those kind of things.
How many years are you going to play for the Rangers?
Hopefully for the rest of my career, but 6 years for sure.
And I think it's going to be a lot of fun.
When I say Madison Square Garden to you, what's the first thing that pops into your mind?
Yeah, pretty much every biggest sporting event there is has been there, and now that I get to call that home and be in the Rangers' home arena, it's pretty special. It's one of the coolest places for a visiting team to come into and play, and now I get to play there 41 times, so I find myself pretty lucky.
Do you look back on your last visit with Columbus to the Garden and everything that was going on and just kind of laugh a little bit about how the fans were and the chants and the passion of the fans that night?
Yeah, hopefully they still don't feel the way that they were chanting that night, but
somehow I doubt it.
Yeah, but it just showed how passionate they were, and that was a tough night, emotionally, mentally, for me to come in with all the rumors surrounding. But I respected what their fans did and how they stood behind their team. But it was a memorable night that I'll never forget.
Well, I know, as you said, coming to New York, Original 6, how special it is. But bottom line for any hockey player is you want to win a Stanley Cup, and then certainly that's a goal since you've been in the league. Talk a little bit about the opportunity here. Have you thought about your mind wandering a little bit to the roster here, the coaching staff here, and what it's going to be like?
Yeah, I think they got world class at every level, right from goaltending up to coaching staff to general manager. It just seems like everything is world class here, and it's definitely somewhere that I wanted to be and wanted to be part of. But there's a lot of things that go into a winning season. I'm sure they found that out the last few years, being one of the best teams in the league, and I'm looking forward to being on a winning team and see what it's like for an NHL season.
Interesting, I guess, question. You mentioned Stanley Cup. That's something, you've only had the 4 playoff games so far to play under. What's been your biggest experience, whether NHL or Olympics? What do you think's been the biggest moment? Was it the gold medal?
Yeah, it would have to be gold medal or World Championships gold. Other than that, there's only been those 4 playoff games, so I'm super excited to get into some playoff hockey. But in saying that, it's a long road ahead of 82 games before you can get there.
Now walk us through, I guess, the rest of your summer. How do you plan you're going to come back to New York, figure out where you're going to live, and tell us a little bit about how Rick Nash prepares for a season as well.
Yeah, it's nice that this is all over and I can figure out where I'm going to be. The last 2 months have been a bit strange, but I think I'll spend about half the time here and half the time back home outside Toronto. just kind of figuring out where I'm going to live here and what part of the town, and figuring out the city, and just becoming comfortable with my surroundings. And other than that, just training and doing everything I can to get my game at the top level for next year.
Have any of the new boys, any of the new teammates reached out to you yet?
Yeah, a lot of them have. I've heard whether it's through text or through phone calls. It's been pretty nice. Everyone's welcomed me right from the staff to the players, and it feels like I'm wanted here, and that's a nice feeling.
Well, Rick, listen, welcome to Broadway, welcome to New York, welcome to Madison Square Garden, and welcome to the New York Rangers.
Thank you. I'm happy to be here.